Welcome back to HolyMama, our yogi pod hub. And I'd like to invite you to move with me and keeping a sense of, let's say, picking up from where we left off on our last session, where we are moving with grace, with a lot of internal strength, and going into full expression. We're going to start in child's pose today, bringing the big toes to touch to seal the energy, third eye to the earth, and we're going to stretch our triceps here. Inviting Ujjayi breath to wake up our inner ocean and to calm down our inner seas, our vessel, our instrument. As we breathe and tune our instrument with our breath, we're scanning the body head to toe, and we keep in mind the areas and places that need a little bit more energy, light, and love. And keep the Ujjayi breath going as we start to wake up the arms. And we're going to move all the way to the right. Extend your left arm fully in what I call teepee fingers. Your right arm, you cannot see it right now, but is flexed. And I'm going to twist to the right with the help of the right arm. I'm going to rest my head on my upper arm and take 3 breaths here. So I'm inviting a twist already, a side flexion of the spine, waking up the lower bandhas, the breath, Ujjayi, and a twist. Last breath here. Exhale, and as we gently move, crossing the arms so slowly and gentle. As we do this on the other side, we extend the right arm into teepee fingers. The left arm helps to coming to a full twist. I rest the head on my upper arms and I breathe. Calm, cool, and collected. Activating and waking up our source inside, our potential with our breath. And staying gentle so we're not overdoing or underdoing. Last breath here. As we gently come back to the front. And we come up into all fours. And to this beautiful, gentle, but quite conscious movement of the spine into extension and flexion. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, round the spine. We press in the hands, the knees, and the feet against the earth. Belly button comes up, chin to chest. Inhale. And exhale. Really feeling, connecting to your own being. Staying true to how you are today. Not doing more, not doing less. And last time here, full exhale. And we're going to come up to our knees and do a little wake up of the front body. So engaging the legs completely, connecting what I call your pubic bone to your crown. So you're sealed through your what I call the golden cord. And everything else stays very, very flowy. Really connect to your first, second bandha. Here is we needed to protect the lower back. The inhales, open front body. Start small. And the exhales, we're going to come up. We're going to do 2 things. We're going to kiss our glutes with kiss our heels with the glutes. We're going to come up. And then we're going to go back a little bit, about halfway, to wake up the legs. The inhales, open front body. I'm going to do this a few times. Each time you're exploring to see your expression. Really staying tuned to how you feel today, your spine, your pelvis. Kissing the heels and then waking up the legs isometrically as we come back. And again, hands on the lower back to support. Inhale, open front body. The shoulders roll back. Exhale to come up. Inhale to tap and kiss the heels. little, and exhale to come up. Now isometric, staying completely controlled to come back. You're gonna feel this on your legs the next day. And let's do 2 more. Inhale here, flowing with breath, staying aware, open, moving to the rhythm of our breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last time. Inhale, open. And if cold, and if it's okay, listen to your body. If it's okay, maybe pause here. And if you're able to grab your heels, phenomenal. If not, no worries. Full expression here as we open throat, heart, solar plexus. And if okay, bring one arm back. This is all just suggestions. Please stay true to how you feel today, each and every moment. This could be quite, let's say, powerful. And then we pause. We tune in, we feel how the energy's been lifted, the vibrations, the sensations are heightened with that kind of movement. And we take one more breath here in the heart. We feel the heart, so we don't need to go for a run to stimulate our physical heart. That got my heart going. We're gonna come up to our knees. We're going to extend whichever leg, doesn't matter. We're doing both sides. I do my left side first. I hug the leg from underneath as I bring my opposite arm up towards the sky. We breathe in, we pause. We're going to extend the side in which is lengthening. We're going to focus on lengthening here, and then a lateral flex towards the leg that's extended, rotating the upper shoulder back, and we hold for a few breaths here. You're not going to be able to go too far here. That's okay. It's the natural state of the movement. It's not meant to go far, it's just to feel it. And then we're going to tip over to the other side. Your wrist goes directly underneath your shoulder. The left arm comes up. We glide, slide the foot back. Keep the connection to the earth with your toe mount. This hand scoops down, parallel to the earth. Now from here, we're going to initiate a back bend. Opening, opening, opening. Of course, you're going to go as far as it feels good today for you, this moment. Your intelligence will tell you how far to go, so tune into that with your breath. Ujjayi breathing, beautiful opening for the sides of the body, especially your groin. And then we come in, we tune in. Before we go to the other side, stay connected to sensations. Maybe close the eyes for a moment or two, staying with your inner ocean, quite awake and calm at the same time. The Ujjayi breath is designed to initiate the healing of the asanas. So if you're not breathing in Ujjayi breath, then you're kind of missing out a little bit. So make sure your ocean is active. Let's go to the other side. Set yourself up, make sure your pelvis is tucked in, ceiling, golden cord. And then pause for a moment here to invite length on that side of the body. Very connected through your lower bandhas. Breathe in and lateral flexion. You can gaze down here. Or maybe up. Up is, of course, a little bit of a deeper stretch. And then we come up on the inhale, we tip over to the other side. Wrist over shoulder, or shoulder over wrist, whichever way you want to look at it. Bring this arm comes up, glide and slide your foot back, connect to the toe mount, big toe mount. This hand scoops down, and then up. And then from there, find your place, your foundation, and then from there we initiate a gentle back bend. Keep your shoulders away from the ears, maybe moving the foot back a little notch to find your expression. This is a really invigorating pose. It wakes up everything, especially the side body and your core, and then come down gently. Wow, feeling good here. Ujjayi breath, and feeling how both sides should feel quite energetically, they should feel quite awake and open, with loads of sensation happening all over. Then from here we're going to come into plank pose, Kumbhakasana, and we're going to invite a little bit of movement from side to side from this position. So we're going to tap the opposite, or rather the back knee, down into the earth. We're coming up into teepee fingers. We send the hips forward, heart floats forward, we look up. And gentle movement here, from side to side. And then eventually we plant the opposite hand into the earth, and then bring the opposite arm up. Into full expression here. But allow it to be gentle from a safe and grounded space. Your foundation should be strong. That's your core and your bandhas. Nothing's locked, everything is flowy and gentle. You can do a little bit of flamenco hands, because that feels really, really good. And let's take one more breath here, juicy one. Breathe into your heart. And let it go. Maybe one more, because it's so good. Feel free to hold these postures longer if you wish. And then slowly we come back to the earth. We walk that foot in, and then we're going to go into Ardha Hanumanasana, the halfway splits. This is pretty intense, so please feel free to place your hands in blocks, square your hips, keep this knee micro bent, feet flexed, and then you bow towards the earth in your leg, to the place that feels the most organic for you. I call it a happy place. Not too much, and maybe not too little, but just enough to feel it. With strong Ujjayi breaths here. This is quite an intense stretch for the back of the leg, even all the way from the Achilles, all the way to the glutes. Let's do one more breath here. It's important to stretch the hamstrings to release the lower back if you have any back problems. And then we come back to our neutral position for today, which is here. Allow things to settle, allow the energy to settle, and for the blood to flush to the places where we are working, opening. Okay, other side. From plank pose, other side, and then we tap the back knee into the earth, teepee fingers. Open up the heart center first to engage the core predominantly to support, but also to open up and elongate the collarbones. Feel this opening here, gorgeous stretch in the hip flexor of the back leg, and then we move on into our full expression today. So this leg is energetically moving to the side, this arm comes up towards the sky, to a place that feels comfortable for you. And then I like to think of exploring. Once you get there, then explore what feels good. Micro movements, expanding, opening. What resonates with you today? And maybe letting the head go a little bit more into full expression here. Very invigorating as well. So we're doing an invigorating practice that, even though it's calming your nervous system, energetically is also waking you up. Last breath here, and then release to the earth. Walk that foot in into Ardha Hanumanasana, halfway split. Setting yourself up is really important. Always working from the ground up and from foundation outward. So as soon as the hips are squared to one another, the knees micro bend, the feet are flexed. We tune in to the length of our back, and then we bow in gratitude. Always in gratitude to ourselves first, and then we give gratitude to the earth and everything else around, ancestors, elements. Somebody's speaking to us right now. The wind is picked up as soon as I said that. Interesting. Somebody's listening. Somebody out there is listening. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Last breath. As we gently, we're going to take going back to that starting warm-up movement, we're going to take a modified chaturanga. Exhale to come here. Come back. Inhale to come forward. And press the earth away. And last time. In this direction. And as soon as we come back, we're going to reverse that movement. So we come up on the flexion. With a super strong upper body, we come down. The tailbone is sticking up. Exhale. Inhale to go down with loads of control. And then we're going to pause here. Back into our starting neutral position. And then we're going to hold for a moment. To tune in, to register what's going on. Without too much mind, we want to work from here, from feeling, from sensation, always. So everything's about practice, 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 practice. And then from here, we're going to extend the legs. Have a little shake. And we're going to go into a twist. We're going to go into what I call mermaid. So squaring the hips, super stable pelvis, opposite arm to knee and behind. Come into Chin Mudra if that feels comfortable for you. So this seals energetically your own self to the universal self. That's what that translates to. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist and hold for a few breaths and allow for the organic components of the breath to reach those places that are in need. For the twist to happen naturally. And we derotate to the other side right away. With breath and with grace. Easy does it. From here we're going to go into a modified movement. We're only going to go halfway down, so we're going to tuck the pelvis in because this could be quite strong. And we go here and we pause. Gorgeous stretch for the hip flexor. The belly is strong, it's supporting us. If it calls okay for you, this opening of the heart center then removes the stretch from the hip flexor. So as soon as you come back, you feel it again. Let's go to the other side. Let's come forward. Oh. So I like to think that this mudra is it's one of the most common mudras, this Chin Janana mudra. But also moving beyond the energetics. Sometimes we don't need to know what it means. It's like chanting mantras. We don't need to know what the meaning of it. We just need to get into the vibration of what is. And then coming back. So you only need to go halfway down. You don't need to go all the way down. And here's if we tuck the pelvis in a little bit more, we can get deeper into the muscles, the iliotibial band. connects knee to outer hip. Okay to go here to open the heart, especially as we're on our last posture. And coming up, and we're going to take a very passive forward bend. This helps to stretch all the places that we just worked. We do the opposite. Be very gentle with this one. The idea here is to keep to stay, you're supported into the outer edges of your feet. And that takes us into the end of our practice today. I want to thank you for joining us, and we'll see you very soon. Namaste.